Good morning, guys. Last night I was watching a video. Everyone forgot about this. Even me, I forgot about it. And I did 2 videos on this. The oil pipeline hack early in the year where Russia, or hackers in Russia, we don't know if this government involved or not, hacked our infrastructure, and millions of people, millions of Americans in 2 days went from living normally to sort of suffering because of a lack of resource, oil and gas being the main ones. And Republicans went on TV, Fox News, Newsmax, and they all went on air to blame Joe Biden for this. It's Joe Biden's fault. Joe Biden's fault. Right? There's no reason why it was Joe Biden's fault or how it was Joe Biden's fault. And I made a point in my video that I completely forgot I made. It's actually a brilliant point where I likened our error, right? To think of Ronald Reagan, Bill Clinton, George Bush, going back then, right? Imagine during the Cold War, more likely Ronald Reagan, not Bush or Clinton. And we're in the Cold War with Russia, and we're blaming each other for that. You know, and I said that's how ridiculous it is to blame a sitting American president for something that a foreign country has done to us. It's utterly ridiculous. But Republicans want to do this. This is their thing. This is what they do. And sorry guys, I'm parking. And you know, I was just driving behind this guy. I should have actually taken a picture of his. He had all these you know, if Donald Trump was president, he'd have all the Trump stuff on his back. But he has all the Blue Lives Matter nonsense and all of that. And, you know, normally you see a baby on board kind of sticker. But he had babies on board, and he had like about 9 assault rifles, you know, from a pistol going all the way up to an assault rifle. You know, normally you see the thing with the family and the baby, and then the dad is at the end. You know, smallest to biggest. So he had smallest being like a handgun to like an full-on assault rifle. And he said babies on board, and he had all this stuff in his car about, you know, his identity and who he is. And I'm driving behind this guy. Don't know who he is, if he's black, white, whatever. The windows are tinted. It wasn't a pickup truck. If it's pickup truck, then I definitely know, oh yeah, disgruntled white blue collar guy. But couldn't tell who it was, and that doesn't even matter. Assuming the person is an American citizen. And I'm looking at this car. I'm driving behind him for a while. It's Saturday morning. It's my wife's birthday, actually. Just doing some errands for her. And I'm like, who is he at war with? Like, is that for other Americans to be scared of him? And I think back to I have a friend that's Republican, his brother in North Carolina. And they're from North Carolina. I could totally see this dude having this on his Jeep. Having these same stickers on his Jeep, right? And I'm like, you know, and I know this guy, he's all about the guns and the Second Amendment rights and this and that. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, who are you guys at war with? Are you guys at war with Democrats? Are you guys at war with other Americans to prove that you're more American than other Americans? And I was thinking about that. And I was like, America is a fucking broken country because of this. And Republican politicians and Republican media, like Newsmax and Fox News, fuel this. And I think it's them, in a way, in their rhetoric, in their language, they're destroying America, right? To the point where, like I proved earlier in the year, Russia could hack our election. And I'm not saying it's the Russian government or whatever, but a foreign country could come into our country, invade it, destroy it, whether, you know, through electronically, through the virus from China, through whatever means. And our response to a foreign threat in our country is to blame each other, to go after each other, to try to hurt each other, right? To scare each other with guns or whatever rhetoric we have in our arsenal. And our first response to this is to attack each other, right? I'm looking at the guy with the bumper sticker and all the stuff in the back of his car. I'm like, who the hell is that for? I'm driving behind you, and I'm sure he's oh, this liberal stuff, liberals are evil, communists. I'm like, who the fuck is that for? Is that for me, who I voted for Biden? Is that for me to be scared of you? Is that for me to feel, oh, you're my enemy? Oh, I'm less American than you. I don't deserve to be in this country. If I say something to you, are you gonna shoot me? You know, if I honk my horn, are you gonna shoot me? You know, like, who the fuck are you at war with? Are you at war with me, a fellow American who work? Maybe I could be your kid's teacher. You know, I'm saying, in saying that, I'm saying, like, where's the heart of America? Is it like, if I'm Democratic, if I'm voting Democratic, if I'm a Democratic politician, am I more of an enemy to you than a Russian hacker, right? You know, or, you know, like, what's the point of all this, right? And I think America is a soft country that's just waiting to be destroyed. We're just waiting. And if I'm, like, saying, like, if I'm China or Russia, and I'm evil, and I'm looking to get one up in America, now is the time. Now is the time. Look at what COVID did to this country, right? I know Trump tried to blame China, and CNN and the liberal news media was saying that's ridiculous. A virus doesn't have a nationality. You know, and then Trump went after CNN and the liberal media, and then the Newsmax got into it, and then we got into this big fight that's still ongoing, right? Even though it all started with blaming China, right? But we're still in this big fight with each other over vaccination. Now it's the vaccination. Now, you know, it's the mandate. It's the right to do what we want with our body. And it's just ridiculous how we're fighting with each other daily over shit that's, if you look at it, even if you look at the coronavirus, it came from another country. I'm not blaming China. I'm not saying the virus is Chinese or, you know, whatever. Virus is a virus. You know, the virus is a species of things, and humans are a species of things, and we're not friends, right? Viruses hurt human beings, regardless of if you're Chinese or American or whatever. And viruses are free floating between human beings. And the one thing to prevent that is wearing a fucking mask, which is what all these people that blaming China initially didn't want to do, right? Didn't want to take public health safety concerns seriously. And that's why my kids now most likely was going to have to get vaccinated, because 2 years into this shit, we're still kind of, if you look at it, we're still where we started. We're still at point A. But that's my spiel for Saturday morning. It's a chilly Saturday in New York. And driving behind that car, I'm like thinking about this guy, and I see these bumper stickers all the time, especially when you go into the country, into the rural areas. You know, they want you to know they have guns in their cars, and they have First, Second Amendment rights, and they're Republican, and they love Trump, and, you know, liberals are evil, Democrats are evil, and we are the enemies, right? Not other countries that's attacking us in and out yearly, but other Americans are the enemies. And I think George Washington, if you guys are patriotic, right? If you Second Amendment, Trump supporting MAGA people are very patriotic, think about what your message is, right? And if the founding fathers that you guys don't want statues torn down, like your Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, whatever, right? You guys want to keep them statues up, right? But think about what they fought for. Even though they had slaves, they might have been racist, whatever. Think about what those old dead white men that's now in our money, think about what they fucking fought for, right? Did they fight for you to hate me because I'm a fellow American that vote, that have the same rights as you, right? Did they fight and build this country up, right? For 2021, for you to have guns in your car, you're looking at me like I'm some sort of like enemy to you, and we both Americans. Is that what they fought for 200 years ago, whatever, when they built and founded this country? Right? Think about it. Even if you are, I'm looking at it from a conservative Republican point of view, right? Is this what the old white men that you guys love to say, don't take them statues down, keep them statues up, right? Is this the America that they fought for, right? Whether they're good or bad, right or wrong, you know, you look at it from even your own shoes, right? For my shoes, it's just all ludicrous. It's all silly, and it's just a matter of time before Russia or China or any other fucking country. You don't even need to have weapons. You just have to have some sort of cunning to think like, you know, if you drop another virus over there, America's done. America is fucking done. If you put another virus into that population, America's done. It's done. we hack an infrastructure, a utility infrastructure, to take away gasoline or oil or heat or some sort of livelihood from any part of the American population, they're just gonna go after each other. It's gonna be Joe Biden's fault, right? It's gonna be Donald Trump's fault. It's gonna be whoever's in office fault. And then right and left in this country is gonna kill each other. And the foreign country is gonna look back until we just destroy ourselves and step right in. And next thing you know, everyone's speaking a foreign language in a couple of years in this country, right? That's what happens when you guys act like idiots, right? I get that you want to show off your guns in your car or let us know who you voted for, but that's not the end all be all to life. At the end of the day, whether I voted for Biden or you didn't, we all fucking Americans. And I'm not crying, unity in this country. America's never going to be unified, right? Until all the old white guys die out. That's a joke. But, think about it sometimes, right? I don't get it, but it's what it is.